Hi everyone. I thought I would read some poetry of mine from a book that I'm developing that's called Loop Vertigo. I actually made a video before, but the data slowed down and my voice was out of sync with the vision. So fingers crossed that this time it won't happen. So with Loop Vertigo, I'm very interested in questions of space-time, um, intergenerational trauma, the physics of family. And this should come as no surprise because it's what I also do in one of my research projects that's called the metaphysics of family across colonial space time between India and Australia. So you're going to hear moments in the poems that reference Kolkata, where I've returned a few times, and also significantly where I grew up, which is Perth, Western Australia, or Bolu, Wajik Noongar land. Just give me a moment because I need to be able to bring up the actual poetic document with the poems arrayed in it. Every time I close my computer, we got to start again. So, just give me a moment. It's from a book called Loop Vertigo. So, in this, I explore, questions of the history of the body, hauntings, trauma, certain kinds of legacies, the desire for liberation, sense of belonging and non-belonging. Loop Vertigo. Injunction. Because I have no home, because home is always an open question, I dream of fleeing some perimeter, yet remain or return. Hauntings, a terrible debt accrued through lifetimes, are, for Eve Tuck, theories of change. How do we pay this? Who is the landlord? How to break free, end lease? As spirit sheds habitation like skin, ghost body, mukti, release. Faces of ancestors, carved from temple stone, glint of jawline, gaze down, fleeing touch. Use steam windows, mirror traces, lamp you rub, furious to invoke. What threshold crossed? Tenuous border, you insinuate presence. Your vapor, double exposure. Goria Hat, which is in South Kolkata. How do I unlock my grief? Its well melts ice flows, a viral load, ancient and dangerous, turned flood. It wants to hide, come out only at night, avoid daylight, the glare of strangers. How to write it? Bray tongue like a muezzin, tear down dawn walls, bear it myself, bear witness. Aroma elixir. Entropy is infinity. Let's meet there, perhaps in a bar at the edge of the universe. We can hover, enjoy the view, lifetime scrolling on a pianola, the music of the spheres. I'll lean forward while you utter words in code. I never thought I'd come to this. Let's stay here, Immortals Week, admiring Kali's creation. Call and response, a ghost note. Kidapur Military Orphanage School, which used to stand on the grounds of what is now St. Thomas Boys School in West Kolkata, which I visited, because that's where things, in terms of our heritage, our racial mixture, begin within occupied India. I am your constituent outside, bat in the bell tower, revenant body, the usual tropes, red room, red rum, murder, labyrinthine, what you run from, funhouse mirror, haunted house. Loop, vertigo. The body is a time machine, in reformer motion, tracing curvature of spine like some orbital volley, slingshot beyond event horizon. Strapped in, ancient astronaut, you spin to other eras and snap back again. Yandura, where I learnt how to swim, as sunlight edged watery as the river itself, and magpies cried in their old aunt voices overhead. I took to the still body smooth as velvet. No one about. I would learn in silence, the best way, on my own terms. My feet smarted on crab claws and all manner of objects, a bed of nails under river's dark embrace. An astronaut, freed from the burden of earth, though not quite. Gravity's pull still obvious, but more a faint echo of home, an anchor useful when coming to shore. It was like being suspended in blood. Life stared all round, every ripple daring reflection, dashed by my fingers as I pushed out a newborn fish. Clammy-fleshed, I swam for hours, well into night, while back at the holiday house my sisters staved off our uncle's clambering touch. I was free from that for once, a reed, a waving filament, a quiet momentary thought in the mind of the river. Memory as match cut. Because there is no total recall, yet an elephant never. Because it's always in the room, an insinuation. Because it is spooky action at a distance, bilocational. Because you cannot look away, the explosion is slow motion. This is not a story. It is a slide that clicks into the next while you fall. The screen lit like a pointless bloom, dazed and pliant, a body carted to sleep, clay earth speeding by, grass trees spiking your feet. Devanasi. I dreamt I was Shiva, moving quickly through asanas, my yogas both Diva and Devi. I dream hallucinations, blowing bubbles, whole universes. Breathe, expand, retract, this dance of origins. Aging in reverse. Of course, it's just an illusion, but sometimes I see earlier versions of this myself, before the grip of adolescence. Little pixie, little wood gnome, just out of reach. The mirror rebarbative, one border you cannot cross. Faint-hearted Narcissus, watery palimpsest. The concession to convention in a smile, conjuring like the magic tricks of childhood light. Endless days proffered up, sparkling youth. Skin, so many drafts unwritten. Thanks for listening.